I didn't confront them right away. I waited, because part of me still believed I was misunderstanding everything. I told myself, one honest conversation will fix this. I was wrong. A few days later, my son finally called. His voice was normal, almost casual. He said, "Hi, Mom." Just that. No explanation, no apology. And for a brief moment, I felt relieved. I thought, maybe this is where things go back to normal. That's how denial survives. It disguises itself as hope. We met in person. I didn't accuse. I didn't raise my voice. I said, I was hurt that I wasn't told. He sighed. Not angrily, not kindly. Tired. He said, "Mom, you're overthinking this." Overthinking. As if exclusion was a misunderstanding. As if silence was accidental. I asked, carefully, "Why didn't you tell me?" He looked away and said, "We didn't think it was a big deal." That's when my chest tightened. Because something finally clicked. Important things don't become small unless the person they affect has already been minimized. She joined the conversation later. Calm, polite, distant. She said, "Parents help their children. That doesn't mean they get involved in everything." The words weren't cruel. That's what made them worse. Because they were reasonable enough to sound right, and cold enough to erase me. In that moment, I realized something painful. My love had been redefined as obligation. No one shouted, no one insulted me, and yet, I had never felt smaller. I nodded, I smiled, I said, "I understand." But inside, something collapsed. I understood that my role had limits, and those limits appeared exactly where my usefulness ended. That night, I couldn't sleep. Not because I was angry. Because I was embarrassed. I kept replaying the conversation and thinking, how long have they been this comfortable dismissing me? That's when the hardest thought arrived. They didn't suddenly start using me. They just stopped hiding it. I didn't want revenge. I wanted clarity. So I spoke to someone quietly, not to act, just to ask. And they said something that frightened me. "You may have been financially taken advantage of." May. Not definitely. Not sure. Just may. That uncertainty terrified me more than certainty ever could. Because if I was wrong, I'd lose my family for nothing. And if I was right, I had already lost them. That's when I realized this wasn't about money anymore. It was about whether I was willing to keep shrinking, just to keep the peace.